the unmistakable New York skyline to the east. And we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Go!
They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Ready up!
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. On the return, it's Moore. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Play action now. Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
13.
Jackson now on second down. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Up the sideline at the 35. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. Second down and 8. They put Wilson in motion. They'll look to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They need 8 as they come up for third down.
Let's go now. Go.
He'll drop to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tony Adams there on the stop. Here's second and 6. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Second down, Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. He'll get this out wide. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
Here's third and 7. To the air one more time with Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
Ready, break.
Here's 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19. Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Here's Hall from the pistol. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Back to throw. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They put Wilson in motion. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Here's their punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
Ready? Let's go.
They put a receiver in motion to the left.
Come on.
He'll get this out to the left flat. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Now 1st carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And they are not going to catch us. He's in. Keaton Mitchell. Touchdown, Ravens. Touchdown number 9 for the year.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
ready.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Ready.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They will run it over center with Hall. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
He'll look to throw. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Cougar 19. Go. Set go.
They'll run it out of the gun. And it's Hall. He'll manage only a couple. Josh Hines-Allen there on the tackle. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Ready. Go.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. In motion comes Walker. Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. David Long there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now it's Jackson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Raven 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st down, it's Mitchell. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. They'll try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
No, we change it. Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Walker. And he's in. Tez Walker. Touchdown, Baltimore. Pass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Ravens move out on top 14-0. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, Shaq. 70 Timberwolves.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Jets get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
There's it on. Return it.
Jackson looking to throw. Open man downfield. It's Mitchell. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now he'll air one out. And he's got another one. Tez Walker. Touchdown, Ravens. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. The extra point by Bass is good. And the Ravens move out to a 21-3 advantage. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Ready, set. Set. Set, go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one.
Go.
They'll look to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Kyle Hamilton, the versatile defender, with the good coverage there.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
That one intercepted.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Off the play fake, Jackson. A wide open receiver downfield. This one is caught. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A huge play just before the half. 37 yards. First and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This from 45 yards away. Bass's kick is good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out? When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Mitchell. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Third and long. Now, Jackson. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Baltimore.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
They'll send a tight end in motion. They will run it over center with Swift. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
3rd and 9.
Middle. Report.
Throwing Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Go! Viking 18!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
First down throw there is incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. The Jets will send out the field goal unit. This a 46-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Ready? Ready! Right shot!
Play action now. Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
A give to Mitchell. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
2nd down. Jackson. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Mitchell.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Swift. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On play action, here's Jackson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Extra point try by Bass. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
Ready.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A give. Here's Hall. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
They'll go again with Hall. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's 3rd and 2.
Cowboy 80. Okay, break.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Go.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And he'll get about 5.
Got it. Ready?
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They put Wilson in motion. He'll look to throw. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Now they'll set up to throw. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw. He'll look underneath for Hall. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
He'll try to run for it with Hall. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
Go! 70 Lion! Check go!
And that is intercepted by Denzel Ward. And he's going to go out of bounds, but a very nice return up past the 35-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Another run here with Mitchell. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that first down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And great coverage on special teams. They'll mark it down inside the 5-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you can bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out there.
Ready?
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Ready?
Now Mitchell. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
You have to appreciate the effort. The guy's given everything he has to try to make something out of nothing, but understand sometimes you just have to live to survive another down and not take a big loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Now Swift. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. In motion comes Walker. They'll try to run with Swift. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he's going to bring it out from the... Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game. And now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike, you know the saying, when it rains, it pours. And right now, it is pouring on this team. They just can't get out of their own way. They lose a fumble here on the kickoff just to make matters worse. This has just been a complete disaster all around for this unit.
Down to a knee here goes Jackson. And that should do it. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. And this long winning